If you are anything like me and you're just topping off a really weird morning by having a really weird song in your head, and you got a home here, welcome to the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state, nation, and world that we live in. Appreciate you hanging out, wrapping up your week with us. Remember, we're still on YouTube jail, so in YouTube jail. On YouTube jail? Hold on, copy. We are still in YouTube jail, and so FAFO Fridays are paused for the time being. But I had a brilliant idea. Brilliant, I tell you, brilliant idea this morning as I was just kind of milling around. And this is a good one. I think Fridays are going to be super, super fun. You'll see. I think I got something in mind. That's all original content. It's not stuff that we have to get in jail for. Yeah. And I got to figure out, I think there's a way I can title everything, but that just takes an insane amount of time. But we can work it out. It's all good. But this is not FAFO Friday. We were going to have some fun with today. Something totally lame happened. I went to, let's see here. Good grief. I do a lot today. I went to the two stores, went to return something. And then I came back and Boone had torn up a bed. And I mean, thrashed it. This is a new bed Queen Bee bought from wherever and brought it. And it was too small for him. So he never really laid on it. But after I left him home for a while, he decided that was going to be his chew toy. And the entire living room, kitchen, just foam everywhere. It's wild. So Boone is in doggy jail while we are in YouTube jail. So Boone is in doggy jail, and he's been outside all day, sitting away from the door, looking in, knowing damn well that he is in trouble in the doghouse, so to speak. So it's been... What a weird morning. And I have Wild Thing by Tone Loc in my head. I cannot stop singing the damn song. I don't know why. I don't know where I heard it. As a matter of fact, looking back, I think I know where I heard it. Fries in the West Side going off today with a DJ and all that. Probably where I got it. I heard that. That's where I heard it, I think. Yeah. I don't know if they're playing Wild Thing, but I just heard that hook. Anyway, good grief. Let's get to this in interesting. Yesterday, I told you that we would start the program with a story about a man. 2 more weeks in hold on. 2 more weeks in rehab. All right, buddy. Well, good. All right. Well, we're pulling for you, bud. Keep on it. Don't give up. As my son would say, intern Nuge, as he would say, trust the process. Trust the process, Lynn. We're pulling for you, buddy. You got this 2 more weeks, and then we're done. Right, bud? All right. Stay on it. Stay on it like Blue Bonnet. There was a hunter that was attacked by a grizzly. Okay? And we say, okay, we hear a lot of these stories. It was what attracted, or what authorities say attracted the grizzly to the hunter. That is very concerning. Really. Was the guy carrying was he rocking a bacon necklace? Was it Cocaine Bear? What was it? I know it wasn't you, Grizz. But was it what was this guy doing? Did he have a good breakfast and just head out with it all, the grease and all that stuff all over his camo, and he just smelled good? No. That we can understand. That probably happens more than not. Think about that. A lot of hunters wake up and we're in deer camp, elk camp, wherever the hell we're at, and we have breakfast. At least with my crew, that has stopped. People popping little Debbie's like candy now, which is smart, instead of baking grease and all that and going out smelling like that. Because you got to understand, I don't know about grizzlies, but the ungulates, the deer, the elk, the moose, they have nose sense. They can smell, and it's something absurd. Hundreds of different scents, and distinguish each of them simultaneously. So if you don't smell like a tree, dirt, an acorn, anything like that, you're going to be picked up on that. What? Immediately. What the hell's that? It smells delicious, but I think the campers are calling it bacon, and I want to try some. Or the deer just get the hell out of there because they're like, that's not normal. I'm gone. I'm out of here. So this grizzly was not attracted to any scent, anything like that. It was a mama grizz, which usually happens because people are stupid. They're like, oh, look, a baby cub that's been abandoned. And then they're dead. So what they found out Ungulus is a 50-point word, a triple word score, I think, on that, my man. Yes, that's and if it weren't for Queen Bee, I wouldn't know any of that crap. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't know what a peccary is either, but a peccary is a javelina, not a pig. It's a peccary. I would not know what crepisecular means. Wouldn't know what that means. I learn a lot. That's why I date a hot science teacher. Anyway, what attracted the Grizzly to this guy is he was too damn good at what he was doing. And I'm not kidding. The guy was so good. This is what authorities are saying happened, because the guy was showing no other signs, but he might have like walked up on a bear. But the guy was saying he was pretty stationary. It wasn't up and moving around. So it's not like he jumped the bear, like he spooked Mama Bear, and Mama turned around and just started raking this guy's face. It was because thought it was a little baby elk in distress. Thought it was a mama elk in distress. He wasn't bugling, so it wasn't like the Grizzly was like, I know what that sounds like, and that's a big old dude with horns. I ain't jacking with that, because the Grizzly's smart. The guy was so good, and so in deer calling and elk calling, ungulate calling, you want to sound like a little baby's lost, like a little fawn's lost, or you sound like a mama in heat, if you know what I'm saying. And you're like, so the elk are like, Bark? The elk are just like us. I think the male version of every species is just like us. We just like women, girl, and that's the same thing. So that's what the guy was so good at making that sound. The bear thought, okay, easy prey here. Here's the little baby elk we're just going to go snack on here, and I'm going to give it to the Lechirans. Damn. Like, you do everything right. You're like, I got this, I got that, I got this safety measure. If this happens, I got this. You don't ever think, I'm so damn good at deer and elk calling that I'm going to get run up by a Grizz. Not this Grizz. We love you. You can run up by a damn bear. No one thinks about that. So this guy, and by the way, he got one shot off, and he doesn't, the authorities don't know because they can't find the bear. They're looking for the bear, not to take the bear out. This real life isn't like the movies. We're like, oh, a bear attacked a human, we're going to go kill it. No. They're going to look for it and kill it. Oh, that's definitely the one. It fits the description of a large, four-legged, furry mammal. Let's go kill that. No. But they're looking for it because they think it might be shot. He did get a shot off. So this hunter was actually that prepared. He was like, okay, I have a sidearm, and I'm going to defend myself with my sidearm. Got one shot off. They don't know if I think it hit the bear. So the only reason the bear would stop. The bear's that far into it and just whooping your assets. I think the bear ain't going to stop unless it's hit by something. But a man that's that prepared wasn't prepared for being so good that he got attacked by a bear. Yeah. Are men really that good? Yeah. Oh yeah. Lynn, and this is Lynn asking a serious question here. They have elk calling, deer calling, duck calling championships, like world championships with big money on the line. I'm not kidding. And these guys are good. I mean, there's different kinds of duck calling is its own language. And so is, elk calling to an extent too. It's all, but not to the extent of duck calling. There are feeder calls where ducks are flying overhead and over your decoys, and they make you imitate the same sound as them eating. They make a sound that if you blow into a duck call and say the word ticket over and over and over again, that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. And so they come in, they're like, oh, there's some ducks eating, and let's go down there, and then they get shot. But then there's comeback calls, like they take off, and there's comeback calls where they'll turn them around. It is wild. So yes, there are calls that are that good that can fool animals, especially ducks down here in Arizona. If you go duck hunting in Arizona, you are going up against the best of the best, or the luckiest of the lucky. Mostly it's the best of the best. These ducks are migrating south, so they have come from the north where their hunting season's going on. They've been shot at in every state they've come down on. They know what to look for now. They figured it out, right? Yeah, they have figured it out. So it's tough to do. So yes, apparently you can be so good at calling that something will either a predator will either try to come get you, or a bird will land on your head. Yeah, something to that effect. Let's go with let's actually go with the calling, by the way. This is one of the two reasons why I don't predator hunt. A mountain lion will be the only predator that I hunt, but like, coyotes and things like that. The reason why I don't is that I don't eat that animal. I don't eat a coyote. So I'm not going to hunt it. If I don't eat it, I'm not going to hunt it. And that's, by the way, I'm not judging anyone who coyote hunts. I'm not judging anyone who hunts for sport. If it's legal and it's legal take, you do what you do. My just way of life is that I'm not going, if I'm not going to eat it, I'm not going to shoot at it, right? Notice I said shoot at it. Yeah. Sometimes you miss. I have projectile dysfunction. Anyway, the other reason is using a predator call to bring in coyotes. I don't want anything sneaking them from, because there's not a just specific coyote call. And by the way, predator calls will sometimes attract peccary, which are javelina. But I don't want anything behind me unless I have somebody back to back with me and they're looking the other way. No way in hell I'm doing it. Because say I'm out there, I got the predator call going on and they're obnoxious as hell, man. I don't know if you've heard these things, but it's just essentially a rabbit screaming or an animal dying. It's basically what a predator call is, because they're like, oh, free meal, kick ass, easy meal, let's go. So that's what, and it's totally obnoxious. So, but you put that there, you don't know what is going to come along thinking it's going to get an easy meal. Could be a coyote, could be a mountain lion. Hell, it could be a bear. So that's one of the reasons I don't, because unless I have somebody behind me going, okay, I'm watching this way, I don't do it. And I'd have one behind me and one facing the opposite way, right and left. Good God. You guys know your shooting lanes. Let's go get them. I just don't do it. But yes, so yes, Lynn, the calls get to the point where animals are completely fooled. And especially during the rut, and the rut is mating season. So for those few weeks, the bucks are just dumber and dirt. Again, the male species and the male version of every species, not really different. It's time, yeah. Like Nando's out in Nando's running all over the place in my backyard. My the desert tortoise, he's out running around the backyard because this like is May. He's about to go into brumation, which is like hibernation but with beer. I kid. That just means you're not fully knocked out, but you sleep for months ish. I equate it to brumation is like when you hit snooze in the morning, and then you're just kind of half asleep but half awake, that kind of thing. That's brumation. So, but he's like, I got to get a lady, got to find a lady, because that's, nature taking over. And he wants to find a lady. So he's moving all around. Stupid as ever. Boone's rolling right up to him. He didn't even care. Boone's like going right at him like, dude, I need a woman. Get out of my way. It's like Pepe Le Pew. I am intoxicated by love. Yes. I got fooled at a bar. Yeah, dude, seriously. I'm sure. Yes. I think if we all had $1, my brother, if we all had $1, yes. Clearing the. Oh, thanks, buddy. All right, pal. See you, Lynn. Anyway, so that is wild that the calls do get that good that you can actually lose your life. This guy did not lose his life. He was in critical condition, but and again, because he was that prepared, he had an inReach, had a Garmin inReach. So he could satellite call, text, actually, in this case, text somebody, I need help, here's my position. And he was so he was that prepared, but still got jacked by a grizzly. Oh, that is absolutely, absolutely awful. Okay, do you guys want the good news or the bad news first? Because I have both. So let's start with the bad news first. Let's go ahead and get that away. Let's get that gone. And we are going to get the bad news out of the way here. Hold on a second here. Let me get rid of that story there. And my computer's moving very slow today. Moving very slow. The government is doing what the government does, and it is absurd what they are up to now, because they are throwing 166 million acres of BLM. That's this Bureau of Land Management. That's not the other one. Bureau of Land Management into limbo by upending decades of local compromise. Now, Alaska and Montana have compromised with the federal governments on public lands and say, okay, we understand the need for certain rare earth minerals. We understand the need for certain gases, fossil fuels, whatever it is. So we're going to be cool, but we're going to come to an agreement. For the first time in ever, Congress is like, yeah, well, screw that. We shut down the government for a reason because we can have carte blanche. We can do whatever the hell we want. And so they're setting, of course, another dangerous precedent. I'm sorry, this is Montana, North Dakota, and Alaska. Central Yukon, the House already voted to repeal the plans of which, basically the plans meaning the agreement that they worked on with all three states. Is now going to head to the White House for Donald Trump's signature. And I got to tell you, this is this is a big loss, because if Don signs it, then we're losing millions and millions of acres of probably, especially when it comes to Alaska, probably the last of the super wild hunting outdoor adventure pieces of land in our country. And that's absolutely unacceptable. The vice president of the Western Conservation Group of the Theodore Roosevelt Conservation Partnership, Theodore Roosevelt, by the way, President Roosevelt, the first winner of the first American winner of the Nobel Prize, Nobel Peace Prize. But this is now made the BLM's job of managing our public lands for all the multiple uses like hunting, fishing, and recreation much harder than it already is, and it is pretty damn hard. Nope, don't worry. Nope, need to go mine some stuff. Here we go. There's such a cooler way to do this than just sneak it past. Oh, look, everybody's worried about the halftime show at the Super Bowl. While everybody's worried about that, we're going to go ahead and pass this garbage legislation that absolutely rapes us of our public lands. Our public lands. Ours, yours and mine. I said there was some good news. Kind of good news. Not really. But goodish news. Along the same lines. Ready for this? Feds to expand hunting and fishing access in 11 states. Hell yeah. The expansion will open and add hunting opportunities in 16 different wildlife refuges across the country. All right. Let's go, government. No, don't get excited. The last story we just talked about threatens 166 million acres. They're expanding hunting and fishing access to 87,000 whole acres. We know we're going to take away and let Senator Mike Lee sell all of our public lands to the Mormon Church. But don't worry, guys. Don't worry. We're going to give you 87,000 acres where you can go all the hunting and fishing you want to do. Is that good news? I don't think so. I really don't think that's just awful. That's absolutely awful. And again, I feel duped in so many damn ways. It's absolutely wild to me. I mean, we're not going to get political, but this is atrocious. It's atrocious. The government is now just secretly just snatching your land without public comment, without any of that. Just nope, we're going to do this. That's what happens when the government shuts down. The government gets those that are staying back at work get to do whatever the hell they want. Pretty much how it goes. And then afterwards, it has to be challenged in the legal system and go all the way up to the Supremes, which takes years. In the meantime, they're bulldozing all of our hunting and fishing opportunities and our recreation opportunity and jacking with conservation. Forget about our hunting and fishing opportunities. As much as we love our hunting and fishing opportunities, these types of moves by your government, both sides, this kind of move jeopardizes wildlife conservation, period. And I'm not just talking about the funding of ammunition, firearms, and hunting equipment, that camping equipment. I'm not talking about the excise taxes. I'm talking about the actual, we're going to go build a road here. Well, what the hell does that do to everything in the neighborhood? Jacks it up. And I'm sorry, look at like windmills and solar farms and all that, or people that are planting crops for vegan consumption. tears up the landscape, I'm not the landscape, well, it does, but it tears up the conservation efforts because it kills everything. And that jacks with the balance. So, yeah. That's what don't worry, we're gonna give you 87,000 acres. We're good. Don't worry about it. You guys are good. You have plenty of places to hunt. But we're gonna go take away 166 million over here. It's gonna give you 87,000. We're gonna take 166 million over. I couldn't imagine. I mean, I look at Tom Finley, who's the leader of your Arizona Game and Fish Department. I think, what a job, dude. What a job this guy has. He's a head of a government agency, so he has to abide by government rules and government regulations. Not so much regulations, but the goofy government rules that you have. You can't do this, can't do that, can't do this, can't do that. They're like, but we need to maintain healthy populations of 820 species. What do you mean we can't? Can't. So he has to abide by that kind of nonsense. Then he has to deal with government passing laws like this and just bulldozing our public lands. He's like, well, what the hell is that going to do? Let's get the biologists in here and let's figure this thing out, how it's going to impact us. Just always on the move, goal line, always moving in this. It's just crazy. Yeah, we all hate the government, man. That's why I say, listen, I don't think this is the greatest nation in the world. I think we are the greatest group of people, the greatest nation of people in this world. We are exceptional. We're badasses. We, as a group, ain't nothing we can't do. Our government is a bunch of knuckleheads, bunch of slappies. Oh, stay out of conservation. Stay out of our lands. Unless you ask. And I'm being serious about that. Go to public comment. Tell us your plans. And then we get to tell you, because you're our representative, we get to tell our representatives exactly how we feel about it. Then I'm okay with it. And if everybody's okay with it as a collective, simple majority, 51%, good, cool. All right. That's our system. Go nuts. I don't love it, but that's our system. And then we have this kind of crap to deal with. Before I take off, I want to show you this. How about this? We talked about Florida's bear hunting season. And that is a huge win for conservation. Not the fact that bears get to get hunted is a huge win for conservation. The huge win for conservation is the conservation efforts of Florida's Game and Fish Department to maintain healthy, or to bring back healthy population of bear in Florida was such a success that you now have to cull the population, that you have to dial it back because your conservation efforts kicked that much asset, right? So, okay, rock on. Big celebratory win there, all right? Then I told you that the slappies from HSUS and PETA said, okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to apply for the tags so that when we get a tag, we can burn the thing and a bear lives. This is when idiots don't, especially politicians and these activists like this, do not understand how difficult it is and what goes into maintaining healthy populations of all species. And the population of one species impacts the population, the health, and the well-being of all other species. Great circle of life. Oh, see, I just invented that. I just made that up. The great circle of life. Just put that on a t-shirt somewhere. So the activists, they put in for a bunch of tags. How about this? It's now published that anti-hunters drew 23% of Florida's black bear tags. 23%. So what does that do to conservation groups like the Florida Game and Fish Department? I don't know what they call themselves. Every state's got a different name. But now they've got, okay, we knew that we were going to issue 172 black bear tags because we knew that the success rate of the hunt would be around X. So we needed to get rid of maybe, 50 bear, right? So I think maybe a 1/3 success, 50 bear gone. And now we have a healthy balance and a healthy population. So now that 1/3 of those are gone, now say only 15 get taken. You got to go back to the damn drawing board. In the meantime, bears are reproducing. And next year, we're like, holy crap, now we got to get 250 tags because these slappies are going to come along and do this. One activist claimed that he had spent $200,000 of his own money to keep bear tags from going to hunters. You ever hear the expression, a fool and his money are soon parted? Oh, there you go. Might as well just cut game and fish a $200,000 check and say, here, conserve wildlife. Or write a $200,000 check and hope that maybe somewhere in the organization it might win you some influence to say, maybe we cut back on the tags a little bit. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know how it's done. It's government. It's all corrupt, so I have no idea if that's the way it works, especially down in Florida. The Sierra Club, the Florida chapter of the Sierra Club, had their campaign was called Bag a Tag, Spare a Bear. I give them credit for that because that's actually cool. I do enjoy the campaign name. It's like the whole activists with their chants and stuff and their hey, hey, ho, ho, all this stuff. If they have a good one, I like it. Hey, hey, if it starts with hey, hey, ho, ho, it's not good. But Bag a Tag, Spare a Bear. That is rad. That's actually pretty cool. And what they did is the Sierra Club actually screwed up conservation in Florida because, again, managing one species impacts all of the other species in that area. It's the circle of life. Again, I just made that up. Yep. Look at me. Getting after it. Yeah. So the government of the wolves. Oh, yes, the government of the wolves. That is definitely sure. Hey, you guys, thank you for playing along today. This has been a ton of fun. Let's do this again on Monday at noon. You guys down with that? We'll do Monday at noon. Monday's going to be a big day, and let's make it a great start to the week. And let's have a great week. So have a great weekend out there. It's going to be a little rainy here in Arizona. If you guys are out here, a little rainy, it's all good. It's all good. Still go out and have fun. There's nothing. It's just water. It's just water, guys. It just falls from the sky. It's all good. Yes. Roger. All right. Yes. Okay. Clarence, you have clearance. Well, Michael, you don't have clearance because we're done with the show. All right, guys, have a great weekend. We'll see you next week at noon right here in the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground, the state nation world that we live in. Have a great rest.